Decorative lights and illuminance lit up the extravagant Wilson family mansion. Tonight was the 70th birthday banquet of Lady Wilson, the head of the Wilson family. Her grandchildren and their spouses gathered around her to hand her their luxurious gifts. Looking at the nicely wrapped gifts in front of her, Lady Wilson laughed heartily. The entire ambiance was harmonious and happy. Suddenly, Charlie Wade, Lady Wilson's eldest grandson-in-law, spoke. "Grandma, could you lend me $1 million, please? Mrs. Lewis from the welfare home is diagnosed with uremia and I need the money for her treatment." The entire Wilson family gaped in extreme shock. Everyone stared at Charlie with bewilderment and surprise. This live-in grandson-in-law was overly atrocious and bold. Not only did he not prepare a gift for Lady Wilson on her birthday, but he actually had the audacity to ask her for $1 million. 3 years ago, Lord Wilson had come home with Charlie one day and insisted on marrying him to their granddaughter, Claire Wilson. Back then, Charlie was as poor and miserable as a beggar. Lady Wilson's lips curled downwards, and his eyes furrowed indignantly. She hurled the teacup in her hand to the floor and growled, "Are you here to celebrate my birthday or borrow money?" Claire hurried forward and said, "Grandma, Charlie is not thinking straight. Please forgive him." Wendy, Claire's cousin, sneered in disdain. "Claire, look at the piece of trash you're married to. Look at your good-for-nothing husband. Not only did he come empty-handed, but he also has the nerve to ask Grandma for money." "You're right, Charlie. We're both the grandsons-in-law of the Wilson family, but you're such a disgrace." The man who was talking was Gerald White, Wendy's fiancé. "It's best for this useless loser to get out of the Wilson family now. Yes, he is such a disgrace to our family." Charlie clenched his fists tightly as the entire Wilson family was humiliating and ridiculing him. He suppressed the fury and humiliation slowly building within him and said to Lady Wilson, "Grandma, whoever saves one life saves the world entirely. Please, I beg for your mercy." Harold Wilson, Wendy's brother, snorted loudly. "Mr. Wade, if you want to rescue someone, you can find a way on your own. Who do you think you are, to ask for money from Grandma?" Lady Wilson growled with an indignant face. "You want me to help him? Okay, divorce him now and marry Mr. Jones. If you do as I say, I'll give him $1 million right away." Claire shook her head decidedly. "No, Grandma, I will never divorce Charlie." Lady Wilson shouted, "If you leave now, you're no longer my granddaughter. Kick that loser out of my house. I don't want to see his face." Charlie heaved a sigh of dismay and regret. Harold laughed behind him. "Hey, my dear Charlie, if you leave with an empty stomach, will you go on the street and beg for food? Here, I have $1. Go buy a bun or something to eat." Harold produced a $1 from his pocket and threw it at Charlie's foot. The entire family's thunderous laughter echoed across the house. Charlie gritted his teeth in annoyance and left the house without looking back. When Charlie arrived at the hospital, he was informed that Mrs. Lewis had been transferred to Fairview Hospital, East Cliff's top hospital, for treatment. Just as he turned around, a man of about 50 years of age in a black suit with gray hair was standing behind him. The man bowed before him and said, "Young master, we've finally found you. Sorry for all the troubles and misery you've suffered for all those years." Charlie furrowed and asked coldly, "Are you Stephen Thompson?" The man gaped in surprise. "Young master, you still remember me. Lord Wade was very sad when he learned about your father's death. He never stopped looking for you. Come, let's go home and meet him." Charlie said coldly, "Just go, I don't want to see him. I'll never forgive him in my entire life." Stephen sighed dejectedly. "The master did say that you will not forgive him. Lord Wade knows that you've had a hard life for so many years, and he's asking me to compensate you. If you don't want to go home, he will buy the largest company in Oris Hill and give it to you. Besides, here, take this card. The PIN number is your birthday." Stephen handed over the premium black card from Citibank. Young master, there are only 5 of such cards in the country. Lord Wade said that he deposited some pocket money for you in this card. It's not much. Just $10 billion. $10 billion? Charlie was shocked. His eyes wide open, his mouth wide agape. Stephen continued. Oris Hill's largest and most profitable company, the Emgrand Group, with a market value of $100 billion, had been wholly acquired by the Wade family yesterday. All the equities are now under your name. You can claim your right at the company tomorrow. Charlie was still in a daze after he left. He gritted his teeth as he clutched on the card tightly, then turned back to the cashier department. $2 million was credited into the hospital's account just like that. Charlie felt like he was still hovering in the clouds. Did he just become a billionaire in the blink of an eye? He went home in a trance. At this moment, the house was fueled with the wrath of fury. His mother-in-law was screaming in great dismay. Charlie Wade, that loser. He's such an embarrassment. If you don't divorce him now, your grandma might kick you out of Wilson Group. Claire said calmly, if she does, I'll just find another job. You, her mother growled angrily, what's so good about that loser? Anyway, why can't you just divorce him and marry Wendell? Her father added, your mom's right. Charlie pushed the door open and walked in. His in-laws gave him a dirty look. His mother-in-law snorted in disgust. I thought you'd forgotten the way home. Loser. You're putting us at stake. Can't you have the slightest decency and get out of our house? Claire hurriedly interjected, Mom, how could you say that? Charlie is your son-in-law. I don't have such a loser as my son-in-law. The next morning, after preparing breakfast, Charlie rode his scooter to Emgrand Group's office. He parked his scooter on the side of Emgrand's parking lot. As soon as he locked his scooter, a black Bentley slowly parked in a spot across from him. The man was wearing a branded suit, looking very handsome and smart. Wendy Wilson caught sight of him from the corner of her eyes. She yelped loudly, Hey, Charlie! Wendy chuckled. Oh, Gerald is here to see Doris Young, vice chairman of Emgrand Group. I'm here to keep him company. Gerald glared at Charlie contemptuously. Why are you here? Charlie casually said. I'm here to apply for a job. Apply for a job? Gerald sneered disdainfully. You? The loser who can't do anything wants to apply for a job at Emgrand? Are you kidding me? Wendy mocked. In terms of educational background, do you have any diplomas? In terms of skills and abilities, do you have any achievements to show them? Trust me, they wouldn't even entertain a loser like you, even if you've come to apply for a security job. Know your place. She hurled a water bottle to Charlie's feet and smirked. There you go. Pick it up and sell it for money. Gerald laughed sinisterly. I happen to know the vice chairman of the Emgrand Group in person. Why don't I say a few good words on your behalf and see if she can arrange a toilet cleaning job for you? Charlie curled his lips into a cold sneer and said, What kind of job I'm applying for is none of your business. Emgrand Group is a big company. I believe they wouldn't want to collaborate with lowly garbage like you. Gerald's face flushed with anger. Who are you calling garbage? Charlie replied disdainfully. You, garbage. Charlie went directly to the top floor where the chairman's office was located. Doris Young was quite shocked when she first saw Charlie. She quickly composed herself and greeted him respectfully. Welcome, Mr. Wade. Please follow me to my office. Charlie started. I will not come into the office often, so I would like you to continue looking over the company on my behalf. In addition, please do not disclose my identity to the public. At this moment, a secretary knocked on the door and said, Miss Young, a man called Gerald White and his fiancée are here to see you. Charlie asked, Do you know Gerald White? Mr. White's family is one of our partners. Charlie uttered in a cold voice. From now on, Emgrand Group would no longer have any business dealings with the White family. Halt all ongoing and preparatory projects. Tell them that Emgrand Group has no interest in collaborating with lowly garbage, then ask the guards to kick them out. Outside the office, Gerald and Wendy were waiting anxiously. The secretary approached them with several guards. Sorry, our vice chairman said that Emgrand Group has no interest in collaborating with lowly garbage like you. From now on, we will cancel all the projects with your family. What did you say? Gerald gaped in extreme shock. Why did he find the remark so familiar? Charlie Wade said the exact same thing when they were in the parking lot. The secretary ignored his screaming and directed the security guards. Kick them out. The head of the security team immediately jumped on them. Gerald's phone suddenly rang. It was his father. A furious roar echoed from the other end of the line. What did you do? Emgrand Group wants to terminate all projects with us. The people at Emgrand Group said that they've terminated their collaboration with us because of you. The lowly garbage. Explain this to your grandfather yourself. Grabbing the phone in a daze, Gerald and Wendy were forcefully escorted out of Emgrand Group's main entrance. Meanwhile, in Doris's office, Charlie looked impressed. He said with a satisfied smile, Doris, great job, you did well. Starting today, your salary will be doubled. Doris gaped in astonishment. Thank you, Mr. Wade. Charlie nodded and continued, also, I want you to make 2 announcements. The first thing is to announce the change of Emgrand Group's ownership, but don't disclose my identity. Just say that he is one Mr. Wade. The second thing is the announcement of Emgrand Group investing $2 billion to build a 6-star hotel in Oris Hill and announcing the tender bidding for partners. Construction and interior decorating companies throughout the city are welcome to bid. Charlie decided to take over Emgrand Group and lend Claire a hand. He said in his heart earnestly, Claire, your husband is different now. I will make the entire Wilson family bow down to you.